All right, before we get started with this video, I got a question for you. What is the difference between a blazer and a sport coat? Do you know? Probably not. Well, today, after this video, you will. You also will know how to properly wear both of them, because I'm going to go over some blazer and sport coat wearing rules that every guy needs to follow. But then the second part of this video, you need to stick around for, because I'm going to show you some of my favorite sport coat and blazer combinations to always look sexy. So rule number one is know the difference between a blazer and a sport coat. It's pretty simple. A blazer, like I'm wearing, is a jacket that is solid in color. The fabric is solid. All right, it could be navy, it can be green, it can be red, it can be black. A sport coat, on the other hand, is a jacket that has a pattern or a supple, rich texture. So if a jacket has a pattern, whether or not it's subtle or a little bit more bold, or it has a very rich or heavy texture, that is a sport coat, all right? Let me ask you a question. What about this, all right? What about this? This black jacket, what is it? Exactly, it's a blazer because it is solid in color. Now, a blazer can have, all right, standard buttons, whether or not they are horn or they're plastic, or sometimes you'll see them with metal, gold or silver. In my opinion, the gold and silver metal blazer is a little bit dated. It's a little bit old money, but in my opinion, a navy or black blazer is something that every guy should invest in. What about this? Is it a blazer or a sport coat? Trick question. It's actually a suit jacket, which we'll talk about in a second. All right, what about this one? All right, look at the pattern. Okay, exactly. It's also a suit jacket, but if it didn't have pants, these two would be considered sport coats because of the pattern and the texture. Now, this brings me to the next question. Can you wear a suit jacket as a blazer or sport coat? Maybe. It depends. Usually not, but sometimes. And I'm going to explain what I mean. Generally speaking, if you buy a suit, which this is a suit, look how shiny the fabric is. When you wear a suit jacket that has a little bit more of a sheen or a shine, it looks like a suit jacket and doesn't work as well when you dress it down with a pair of slacks or jeans. The peak lapel that you're going to find on a lot of suits also doesn't look as good when it comes to pairing with denim, jeans, which I'm going to show you how to do a little bit later, or some type of casual slack. All right, in my opinion, your sport coat should have a notched lapel in order to maximize its sexiness. But this suit jacket, in my opinion, would look fine broken up and worn with a pair of denim or some type of light cotton pant. All right, a few reasons for that. Number one, you've got the notched lapel. Number two, the fabric. It's not super shiny. It's got a little bit of texture, which makes it a bit more casual. Now, that being said, they are making a lot more sport coats that are a little bit more elevated and refined in terms of the styling, right? You're seeing a lot more double-breasted sport coats with the peak lapel, a lot of fun, vibrant patterns, and I think these definitely work, but you gotta know what you're doing. All right, the next thing we gotta talk about is the shirt. All right, in my opinion, the clean, crisp white polo or button-down always looks amazing. The crisp, clean, white button-down shirt or polo shirt, guys, in my opinion, is a must-have for every dude, but it also works incredibly well underneath of a blazer or a sport coat. Now, something I want to talk about real quick is patterns. The reason why I think the blazer is a bit more superior in terms of versatility as opposed to a sport coat is the fact that it is a solid pattern, which means you can wear a patterned shirt underneath it or patterned pants, and it's going to look a lot better. Now, in terms of what polos work underneath of a sport coat or blazer or even a suit, it's got to be an elevated polo, all right? Not your daddy's like standard polo with some like whack-ass collar, all right? This is a cotton peaked polo, but notice the collar, right? It's a little bit more like cut out. It's standing up nice and rigid, and the fit is flawless. This is actually from Collars & Co. Collars & Co. also has some premium polos that have a dress shirt collar, a deeper placket, which means it's going to look super sexy and refined. Let me show you. Check out the collar, right? Crisp, clean, upright. The placket deeper, the fabric a little bit shiny, a little stretchy, which means it's an elevated aesthetic. And that's a thing that's so hard to find. And that is a polo shirt that looks amazing underneath of a sport coat, a jacket, or a suit. The first time I heard about this company, I was watching Shark Tank, and it blew my mind. I was like, finally, somebody is solving the problem. And apparently Mark Cuban thought the same thing because he literally invested over $1 million in this perfect polo company. But they have a lot more than polos, all right? This blazer that you've been seeing me wearing, also from Collars & Co. And it is my favorite. And there are a few reasons for that, all right? Number one, the fabric. It's super stretchy. It also doesn't get wrinkled. So you literally could be on a business trip or going on a date, have this thing wadded up like in your bag or in your car, and your spicy senorita's like, I got reservations to a nice restaurant. And we're like, really? I'm gonna look good. So bang, you grab your Collars & Co. blazer, you throw that bad boy on, and you are ready to rock, and you're killing it. All right, bang, exactly. Now, the other cool thing is the fit. These blazers are perfect. Not too big, not too boxy, not too baggy. Nice and slim without being like skin tight. They work, they look amazing. Guys, if you have not grab yourself one of these blazers, whether or not it's in blue, it's in black, or any of the other colors, I want you to hit that link down below. Collars & Co. is crushing it in terms of refining the male wardrobe. Whether or not it's polos or these great jackets, they also have sweaters that are incredible, and the price is awesome. And with that discount code, if you go through my link, it gets even more affordable. Guys, do not wait. Collars & Co. is the greatest polo you will ever wear. They've got a bunch of different patterns, a bunch of different collar options, a bunch of different looks. But what if you want to wear a different colored shirt other than like a white or a solid color underneath of a blazer sport coat? So once again, if you're wearing a blazer, you can wear a patterned shirt underneath it and it's going to look epically sexy. Now, if you're wearing a sport coat that does have some type of pattern, this is where the nuance comes in. You really got to make sure you understand how to combine patterns or else it can look a little bit weird. All right, if your jacket has say a grid pattern on it or some type of Glen plaid, and it's real tight and real small and real subtle, you don't want to wear like a super thin patterned shirt. You would wear something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit more bold, like a gingham or something of that effect. All right, now, if you're like, wait, gingham, Glen plaid, what the hell is he talking about? Stick to solids. Next up, we got to talk about pants. We're going to start with jeans and denim because this is where a lot of guys screw things up, right? So I've got 3 different colors of denim here. All right, if I was wearing this navy jacket, which color would I not wear? All right, for those of you who said this dark navy because it's too close to the jacket, you would be correct. If you said this jean would look the best, you would probably be right. It would also, though, make the outfit a bit more casual, all right? The lighter the jean, all right, the more casual the outfit is gonna be. If you're gonna be wearing a navy jacket, do not wear navy pants with that jacket. And the reason is pretty simple. It's gonna make you look like you're trying to make a suit of 2 items that is not a suit. Same thing goes for black. If you're wearing a black jacket, don't wear black pants. Go for a suit. If you're gonna be wearing something that matches that much, go with the suit. Some other colors that would work are right here, right? You've got the green with this, would look amazing. The tan, also incredible. Or the light gray that I'm wearing, also great. The next rule we gotta talk about is the shoes that you're wearing, all right? So number 1, if you're going to be wearing jeans, you want to make sure you're wearing a little bit more of a casual shoe. And what I mean by that is not super high shine. Typically what I notice is when I see a guy and he's trying to like dress up jeans with a sport coat and he's wearing like a super shiny black like Oxford or lace up, it looks a little bit funny. But when he's wearing a leather that has a more matte finish, in my opinion, this looks a lot better. Something else that always looks good is a pair of simple loafers, all right? Loafers are a great addition to every wardrobe. They work great with jeans, they work great with slacks or chinos, and they also pair perfectly with blazers or sport coats. Now, let's talk about sneakers. If you are gonna be rocking sneakers with a blazer or sport coat, it is acceptable if the overall aesthetic is a more casual vibe. The white minimal leather sneaker, black leather sneaker is acceptable, all right? In terms of like Jordans or something more fun and funky, I would probably avoid it. And that's it. Those are the basic rules you need to follow in order to always knock it out of the park when it comes to wearing a blazer or sport coat. Now, why don't I show you some of my favorite outfits, all right? So this one that I'm wearing is one of my go-tos, all right? It's these gray pants I absolutely love. I've got these brown loafers, I've got a white polo, and then I've got the navy blazer, all right? In my opinion, this is clean, more old money aesthetic, and it looks sexy as hell. But throw in a great pair of denim and boom, you're ready for action, gentlemen. This is a great date night outfit, right? You're going to a nice restaurant. You don't want to just wear like a polo and jeans or a button-up and jeans. Throw on a sport coat, all right? Some great shoes. It's a great way to elevate the aesthetic. This is how you properly rock jeans and a blazer. But check it out. The next outfit, I went with a black blazer, black polo, green pants, black shoes. It's crisp, it's clean, it's so sexy. In my opinion, wearing a black sport coat or blazer with a black shirt underneath also is another great way to really elevate the aesthetic. You also kind of look like a badass. Next level, bad boy style. All right, you asked for it. Here we go. Right, Chelsea boots, denim, turtleneck, blazer. What do you think? It's clean, it's classy, it's elevated and refined. Now, a little pro tip. This holiday season or whenever you're like going to a party, if you rock a turtleneck underneath of a suit or a blazer, it's next level sexy. In my opinion, going monochromatic, even better. But check it out. You want to change up the look, right? Go with a pair of gray chinos, black turtleneck, black blazer, black boots. You're killing it. And the last outfit is one of my favorite springtime, summertime looks, right? It's old money, like just sexiness. You've got the light colored pants, the white polo with the navy jacket, right? This is actually the outfit I wore when I recently went to the Cloister on Sea Island. It's a super bougie, like old money hotel and resort, and everything there you need to wear a jacket for in terms of restaurants. And so I brought this jacket, I had this outfit, and I was literally the best dressed guy on the resort. I got tons of compliments, I felt amazing, and I looked incredible. Guys, the blazer, the sport coat, a men's style essential that you need to rock. After this video, you know how to rock it properly.